The melody is very song-like, and so we have to consider that when thinking of our interpretation. We have to consider the phrasing, the breathing element, and the shape of the phrases to shape them dynamically and play at a suitable tempo. Although it says piano at the very beginning, this doesn't mean that we're going to play piano with the same dynamic all the way through. Let's begin at the beginning. There's a short intro, and then we'll raise the dynamics as the melody line flows upwards. So I'm going to start really soft, making sure not to play the opening too fast. We want this to continue at the same speed throughout. Okay, so I started and actually did a little crescendo as the musical line went upwards. Here we go. So starting fairly soft, but with a nice tone, the next phrase. That's one way of playing that phrase. This is the second phrase. Starting, say, without pedal for a moment. Remember, I didn't play staccato on the first note, so I'm playing a long first note, then raising to there, and getting softer again. So I'm raising the dynamic, doing a crescendo, getting louder. And I actually put in a little ritenuto, so it got a little bit slower, just on the C. So here is, I started moving towards the middle of the phrase. Hold. That was a nice effect. So I actually slowed down a little bit towards the end of the phrase. Did you hear the way that phrase came in, that new phrase, the third phrase, after the second phrase? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The tempo stayed pretty consistent, but it did feel like there was a breath there, an additional breath, which gave a new start, a fresh start to the third phrase. So here's the second. Third phrase, I rose again to there, so getting increasing slightly the sound as I could play through. And again, I did exactly the same. I rose the dynamics. And I did a slight ritenuto, slight slowing, so pressing. 2, 3. Put an extra dotted rhythm in there as well. Play it again. Slow. Now move. 1. So after I've done my little slowing, I'm going to go straight back to the original tempo. We've got to keep the piece moving and flowing. We don't want to lose the flow. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now that's perhaps too much slowing down in that larger phrase. Bar 13, 14, 15 is almost part of 16 and 17 as well. They are phrased separately though. If I slow down in both of them, it might be doing too much. So we have to have a balance. So perhaps do this at bar 13. Hardly any slowing. And leave it to the end of the phrase there. So move through at bar 13, 14 and 15, and on the final part, hold back. If you are holding back there, it's still got to sound dotted. It can't be. So it's got to be da da da. On that final phrase that I played, which is 1920-21, we're at bar 22. I increased the sound again and took some time and also dynamically came down here. So 1, 2, 3 and 1 and 2, 3 and now I'm writing again, so further slowing. Slowing and being very soft in the left hand. I'll play from bar 22 again, the final two and a bit phrases really. So this really is an exercise in shaping the phrases. You've got to really put as much of this additional musicality into it as possible. This is what's going to make you sound refined, polished, and make a performance. Really only half the battle is learning the notes, the rest is technique and musicality. So we need to put in as much of this as possible.